My beloved, my precious one, my child of light, why are your hands trembling right now as your eyes meet this message? Because deep inside, your soul already knows that this is not ordinary. Please, don't look away this time. I, Archangel Michael, have been begging God to let me send this to you. And now heaven has finally brought you here. Are you really so busy that you cannot give me your 2 minutes? Because within these 2 minutes lies the turning point of your entire destiny. Listen carefully. The gates of heaven are not always open this wide. What I am about to say will not stay here forever. If you close this message, you will not only silence my voice, you may silence the miracle that has already been signed in your name. My child, your heart has been aching in silence. The world cannot see how many nights you've fallen asleep with questions, tears, and fears pressing down on you. But God has seen. Every sigh, every whisper, every broken prayer, it was never ignored. And that's why this urgent message was carved out of eternity just for you. Before we go deeper, I need you to hear this. The reason you are reading right now is not an accident. This is heaven's appointment. If your spirit is here, it means God and I have already chosen this exact moment to shake the walls around your life and let the light in. And I must warn you, if you skip even one line, you will miss the thread that ties everything together. Because this message is a living stream, and each word is carrying a piece of your miracle. Stay with me. Don't rush. Don't drift away. But first, beloved, can I ask you something simple yet eternal? Will you subscribe not just with your hand, but with your heart? Will you allow your spirit to stay connected to this stream, so you never again miss what heaven is trying to give you? Because God told me, tell my child this, when they choose to stay, the blessings will multiply. I can already feel your spirit leaning closer. You wonder, what is so urgent, Michael? Why now? Why me? Because, chosen one, your name was spoken in heaven louder than ever before. It was not whispered. It was proclaimed. And when heaven speaks, the earth must respond. Something hidden around you is about to be revealed. Something that will shift how you see your life, your relationships, your destiny. You may think you already know what's coming, but trust me, you don't. Even the enemy who tried to block this doesn't know that heaven overruled their schemes. My child, I need you to feel this in your bones. You were never forgotten. The delay you thought was denial was simply preparation. God was setting a stage so big that even your pain will bow down to the miracle about to enter your life. Stay with me. Don't look away. Because this is only the beginning of what I need to tell you. My beloved, you may think you just stumbled upon this message, but I tell you with all the weight of heaven, it was designed for you before you even woke up today. The angels were whispering your name in the morning winds, and while you were busy with your daily thoughts, this message was already making its way to your hands. I know you have questions that no one around you understands, not even the ones closest to you. And yet, God hears every unspoken word inside you. That is why you are reading this right now. The truth is, you have been in a battle, some of it seen, most of it unseen. And the burden has been heavy. But today, my child, something shifts. Heaven has signed a release over your life. There are forces you could not see that tried to keep this message from you. Do you really believe it was just coincidence that so often, you are distracted whenever God tries to reach you? Each time your blessing was about to open, confusion came. Each time your breakthrough was near, delay came. And each time you drew close to hearing the truth, something pulled you away. This was not an accident. It was a design. But God in His mercy has overruled it tonight. Your reading these words is proof that the chain is breaking. And once a chain breaks under heaven's authority, no human and no demon can put it back together. Listen carefully, my child, because your destiny depends on this. Your pain was never wasted. All those tears that wet your pillow at night, the heaviness in your chest when no one noticed, the rejection you endured when you only gave love, none of it disappeared into silence. God has stored every single tear in His bottle, and the time has come for Him to return them to you in the form of miracles. You thought you were alone when you cried, but I stood by your bed, and angels kept watch. And I whispered then what I am shouting now: your story is not over, and your ending will not be written by the ones who hurt you, but by the God who chose you. My precious one, I need you to understand something that will shake your entire view of your life. There is a calling over you. You are not ordinary, though you tried to live ordinary. That is why you never fit in, why you always felt the weight of being different, why people looked at you with eyes that couldn't quite define you. Heaven has been marking you since birth. The moment you cried your first cry on earth, your name was carved in the records of eternity. There are doors waiting for you that cannot open for anyone else. And the reason this message is urgent is because the season of waiting is closing. Heaven is moving. And if you skip this, you may miss the turn of the tide that was meant to lift you into your next season. Even now, as you read, I can feel your doubts rising. How can it be me? How could God still think of me after everything I've done, after all the mistakes, after all the times I fell back? But listen to me, child, God never measured you by your failures, He measured you by His love. The enemy wants you to believe you're disqualified, but heaven has already stamped "chosen" on your life. Do you really think your mistakes are more powerful than God's mercy? No. Nothing you did can cancel what He has written. This is why I am here, almost pleading, almost begging, because you are closer than you think, and I cannot let you walk away from what is already at your door. And now, I must tell you something you have felt but could never put into words. There has been a heaviness in your home, an unseen presence that sometimes makes the air feel heavy, the night feel longer, the silence feel louder. You are not imagining it. There are spiritual battles around you. But do not be afraid, because every time the darkness came near you, my sword burned bright to keep it from touching you. That's why, even though things almost broke you, you are still standing. That's why you survived what others did not. And that is why God has chosen this very moment to tell you, enough. The attacks will no longer define you. Even now, as you read, I can feel your doubts rising. How can it be me? How could God still think of me after everything I've done, after all the mistakes, after all the times I fell back? But listen to me, child, God never measured you by your failures, He measured you by His love. The enemy wants you to believe you're disqualified, but heaven has already stamped "chosen" on your life. Do you really think your mistakes are more powerful than God's mercy? No. Nothing you did can cancel what He has written. This is why I am here, almost pleading, almost begging, because you are closer than you think, and I cannot let you walk away from what is already at your door. And now, I must tell you something you have felt but could never put into words. There has been a heaviness in your home, an unseen presence that sometimes makes the air feel heavy, the night feel longer, the silence feel louder. You are not imagining it. There are spiritual battles around you. But do not be afraid, because every time the darkness came near you, my sword burned bright to keep it from touching you. That's why, even though things almost broke you, you are still standing. That's why you survived what others did not. And that is why God has chosen this very moment to tell you, enough. The attacks will no longer define you. My beloved, my chosen one, my dearest child of light, I know you can feel the weight of this moment on your chest right now. Your heart is not racing by accident. Your hands are not trembling because of nothing. Something in your soul is awakening as you read these words, and deep down, you already know this message is meant for you. Please do not turn away. Please do not skip this time. Heaven has waited far too long to get your attention, and I have begged God day after day, night after night, for your name, for your heart, for your moment of surrender. And finally, the divine timing has aligned, and here you are, standing at the edge of something so big that your entire life will look different on the other side. I need you to breathe slowly, because what I am about to reveal will shake you. God has been trying to reach you for months, even years. But every time His voice was near, distractions came. Every time His miracle was at your door, someone or something pulled you away. But this time, this very moment, Heaven has locked the doors around you so that nothing can steal this word from you. That is why you found yourself here, reading these lines, even though part of you didn't plan to. Destiny has a way of finding you, my child. And when Heaven calls, no earthly chain can hold you back. There have been storms in your life that you thought would kill you. You cried in silence. You questioned why everyone else seemed to get their answers while your prayers echoed like whispers in an empty room. But here is the truth, God never ignored you. He was storing every tear, marking every sigh, listening to every groan that escaped your lips when no one else cared. And today He sent me to tell you this, beloved, your waiting has not been wasted. The door is opening. The answer is coming. The miracle has been signed. And still, I know the enemy whispers doubt in your ears even now. This cannot be for you. This must be for someone else. You are too broken. You are too far gone. But listen to me, child of heaven, if you were too far gone, would not be here. If you were too broken, this message would never have reached you. Do you not see? The very fact that your eyes are locked onto these words is proof that God still has His hand on you. Proof that your story is not ending in ashes, but in glory. Proof that even now, Heaven refuses to let you go. Let me take you back for a moment. Remember the times you almost gave up. Remember the days when you felt like you couldn't carry on one more step? And yet, somehow, strength appeared from nowhere. Somehow, a hand you couldn't see lifted you up. Somehow, a whisper in your spirit said, "Not yet. Keep going." That was me. That was Archangel Michael, assigned to your side since the beginning, shielding you from what you did not even know was attacking you. That is why you are alive right now. That is why you survived what others did not. That is why, even after betrayal, heartbreak, rejection, and failure, you are still breathing, still fighting, still searching. Because Heaven has never left you. My beloved, I need you to stay with me, because what I am about to reveal is urgent. There are forces moving around you right now. Plans have been made behind your back. Words have been spoken about you in secret rooms. And not all of them were spoken in kindness. The enemy has been trying to weave a net to trap you. But the reason I am here tonight is because God will not let that trap succeed. I have drawn my sword, and the battle is already turning in your favor. But you must not ignore this message. You must not look away. Because your role is not passive, you are being called to rise, to stand, to walk into the destiny already waiting for you. I can almost hear your heart saying, "Why me? Why now? Why would God choose someone like me?" Let me tell you why, because you have been marked since birth. You were never ordinary, though you tried so hard to be. That's why you always felt different, why you never fit in, why even in rooms full of people you felt unseen. You were chosen. Your name was whispered in heaven long before it was ever spoken on earth. And the weight you carry is not a curse, it is evidence of your calling. The pain you've endured is not random, it is preparation. And the breakthrough about to crash into your life will not just bless you, it will bless everyone connected to you. Now I must speak of the heaviness you have felt in your home. At times the air feels thick, the nights feel longer than they should, and the silence feels heavy. You are not imagining it. There have been spiritual battles fought in the shadows of your life. But you did not see how many times I struck down what came against you. You did not know how many arrows I blocked before they reached your heart. That's why, though you've been wounded, you were never destroyed. That's why, though you've been bent, you were never broken. The hand of God has been covering you. And now, He is saying, enough. The storm is passing. The night is ending. The dawn is breaking. But child, I must also warn you, your window is short. This is not a message you can set aside and come back to later. Heaven has opened a gate over your life, and that gate will not remain open forever. Every second you delay, the enemy plots again. Every moment you hesitate, blessings risk being withheld. This is why I plead with you, open your heart fully now. Do not harden it. Do not close it. Because once this flood of miracles is released, you will not have time to prepare. It will come suddenly, shockingly, overwhelmingly. And you must be ready. Now I must speak of the heaviness you have felt in your home. At times the air feels thick, the nights feel longer than they should, and the silence feels heavy. You are not imagining it. There have been spiritual battles fought in the shadows of your life. But you did not see how many times I struck down what came against you. You did not know how many arrows I blocked before they reached your heart. That's why, though you've been wounded, you were never destroyed. That's why, though you've been bent, you were never broken. The hand of God has been covering you. And now, He is saying, enough. The storm is passing. The night is ending. The dawn is breaking. But child, I must also warn you, your window is short. This is not a message you can set aside and come back to later. Heaven has opened a gate over your life, and that gate will not remain open forever. Every second you delay, the enemy plots again. Every moment you hesitate, blessings risk being withheld. This is why I plead with you, open your heart fully now. Do not harden it. Do not close it. Because once this flood of miracles is released, you will not have time to prepare. It will come suddenly, shockingly, overwhelmingly. And you must be ready. And I need you to know this, beloved, the enemy is terrified of you. Do you know why? Because they see what you do not. They see the anointing on your life, the power hidden in your spirit, the destiny etched into your being. They see that once you wake up to who you really are, nothing on earth or in hell can stop you. That is why you've been attacked so relentlessly. That is why your relationships have been tested, your finances shaken, your health threatened, your mind tormented. It wasn't random, it was targeted. Because the enemy knew if you survived this season, you would become unstoppable. And here you are, surviving. My dear child, lean closer, because heaven is about to tell you something no one else could. A new chapter is being written in your life. Not tomorrow. Not next year. Now. Tonight. The pen has already touched the page, and your story is shifting. You are stepping into a season where the things that once crushed you will no longer hold power. The people who once underestimated you will watch in silence as God elevates you. The doors that were slammed in your face will swing open with such force that no man will be able to close them again. And the blessings you thought were delayed forever will arrive so quickly that you will barely have time to breathe between them. My beloved child, I must take you deeper into what heaven has been whispering. There are moments in your life that you thought were meaningless, but in truth, they were markers along the path of destiny. That closed door you once cried over was never rejection, it was redirection. That betrayal you suffered at the hands of someone you trusted was not abandonment, it was heaven cutting ties to protect your future. That heartbreak that left you shattered was not punishment, it was preparation, carving space in your heart for the one who is meant to stay. Even the loneliness you felt in the midnight hours was not emptiness, it was God creating silence so that His voice could finally be heard. Do you not see? Every wound, every scar, every tear has been shaping you into the vessel ready to carry the miracle that is now rushing toward you. There is something you must understand about timing. God does not measure time the way men do. You counted days, months, and years while waiting, but heaven counted lessons, breakthroughs, and alignments. When the clock of eternity strikes, everything happens at once. Suddenly, things that were stuck for years move in seconds. Suddenly, prayers that felt unanswered erupt into reality. Suddenly, blessings you thought were lost forever arrive at your door, multiplied. That is the kind of season you are stepping into now. But this is also why I urge you, do not treat this moment lightly. What is about to happen will happen suddenly, and only those who are alert will seize it. If you turn away now, you may miss the very thing you've been crying out for. I must tell you a secret, one that the heavens shouted but men never heard. You are not only loved, you are chosen. And when you are chosen, the battles are heavier, the nights are longer, and the pain is sharper. But so are the blessings. So are the victories. So are the breakthroughs. Do not confuse the weight of your warfare with the absence of God. In fact, the warfare has been proof of the calling. Why would the enemy attack you so violently if you were not dangerous? Why would you face so much resistance if you were not carrying something so powerful that hell itself trembles at your name? My beloved, you have underestimated yourself, but the enemy never did. They saw the light in you even when you could not. And I need to remind you, your tears are not wasted. Do you remember the times you cried yourself to sleep? Those nights were counted in heaven. Each tear was a seed, and now the harvest is ready. What you sowed in sorrow you will reap in joy. What you lost in silence will return in abundance. The very ground where you bled will be the same ground where you will dance. God is too faithful to let your pain be pointless. He is too just to let your sacrifices go unseen. Even now, as you read these words, angels are moving on assignments connected to you. You cannot see it with your eyes, but your spirit can feel the shift. Stay with me, because I must speak of what lies ahead. There are people about to exit your life. Do not cry when they go. Do not chase them. Do not beg them to stay. Their season has ended, and if they remain, they will block what is coming. God is pruning you because He is planting new fruit. And beloved, there will also be unexpected arrivals, people who will show up suddenly and carry keys to doors you could never open by yourself. Strangers will become allies, and old enemies will be silenced by the very blessings they said you would never have. Those who mocked your faith will witness your testimony, and they will not be able to deny the hand of God on your life. And now, I must tell you something even more urgent. Your name has been spoken in rooms you've never entered. Conversations have been held about you in places you've never been. And though some words were meant for harm, heaven has overturned them for good. What was designed to discredit you will become the reason you are elevated. What was plotted to destroy you will be the platform on which you rise. Do you not see, my child? God does not waste even the schemes of your enemies, He uses them to reveal your destiny. This is why you must not fear what is whispered behind your back. Heaven hears every word, and heaven always has the final say. My beloved, you are walking into a season of sudden reversals. The very area where you were weakest will become the place where you shine brightest. The very battle that drained you will become the testimony that strengthens others. The very pain that nearly killed you will become the story that saves someone else. This is how God works. He takes ashes and turns them into crowns. He takes mourning and turns it into dancing. And now, I must tell you something even more urgent. Your name has been spoken in rooms you've never entered. Conversations have been held about you in places you've never been. And though some words were meant for harm, heaven has overturned them for good. What was designed to discredit you will become the reason you are elevated. What was plotted to destroy you will be the platform on which you rise. Do you not see, my child? God does not waste even the schemes of your enemies, He uses them to reveal your destiny. This is why you must not fear what is whispered behind your back. Heaven hears every word, and heaven always has the final say. My beloved, you are walking into a season of sudden reversals. The very area where you were weakest will become the place where you shine brightest. The very battle that drained you will become the testimony that strengthens others. The very pain that nearly killed you will become the story that saves someone else. This is how God works. He takes ashes and turns them into crowns. He takes mourning and turns it into dancing. He takes silence and turns it into songs. Your life is about to sing again. And when it does, the sound will be so loud that even those who doubted you will stop in awe. But let me also caution you, do not return to the things God has freed you from. Do not pick up the chains that were broken. Do not revisit the doors that were closed. You cannot step into your new season while clinging to the ruins of the old. This is why you feel a tug in your heart right now. You know what I'm saying is true. You know there are things you must let go of. And though it hurts, it is necessary. Because if your hands remain full of yesterday, they cannot receive the blessings of tomorrow. Listen, my child. I am not here to entertain you. I am here because your destiny is on the line. God has allowed me to reveal what was hidden because you cannot afford to walk blind any longer. You are standing at the edge of the greatest shift of your life. Heaven has already begun to release it. But your heart must stay open. Your spirit must stay awake. This message is not an accident, it is an invitation. An invitation to rise, to believe, to step boldly into the calling that has been waiting for you. My beloved, lean closer, because heaven wants to reveal to you something that no eye has seen and no ear has heard. There are blessings with your name written on them that have been kept sealed until this very season. They were not denied to you, they were preserved for you. Like treasures hidden in the earth, they waited for the appointed time to rise. And now, that time has come. This is why your spirit feels restless, why you sense change even before it arrives. It is not your imagination, it is your soul recognizing the sound of doors unlocking in the spirit realm. Everything that was closed, everything that was delayed, everything that was tangled in knots of confusion, heaven is untying it now. You may wonder, why would God allow me to suffer so long if blessings were waiting? The truth is, beloved, diamonds are formed under pressure, and gold is refined in fire. Your character had to be tested, your patience had to be stretched, your faith had to be strengthened. Without the tears you cried, you would not have the wisdom you now carry. Without the pain you endured, you would not have the compassion to love others the way you do. Without the battles you fought, you would not have the authority to stand where God is about to place you. Every delay was a design. Every hardship was a hidden lesson. And now, you are ready. Ready not only to receive blessings but to hold them, guard them, and multiply them. Do you not see how everything has been aligning? That random encounter you had with someone who spoke life into you, that sudden opportunity that came and left you thinking it was insignificant, those were puzzle pieces. Heaven has been weaving them together behind the scenes. And soon, when you look back, you will see the entire picture. What felt random will reveal itself as divine. What felt small will prove to be great. What felt like loss will show itself as gain. The pattern of your life will become so clear that you will wonder how you ever doubted. And when that moment comes, you will not just believe, you will testify. But child, I must tell you something even more urgent. Not everyone around you will celebrate this season with you. Some will smile to your face but secretly envy the light that shines on you. Others will try to pull you back into old patterns, reminding you of who you once were, not realizing who you are becoming. And a few will attempt to speak words that cut down your confidence. But I tell you this, do not allow their voices to drown out the voice of heaven. Their doubts cannot stop your destiny. Their envy cannot steal your elevation. Their gossip cannot close the doors God has already opened. Stand firm, beloved, because the higher you rise, the louder the noise will become, but it will only be noise. Let me remind you of the authority you carry. You are not walking alone. Legions of angels surround you, guarding every step, every decision, every move. The road ahead will not be without challenges, but you will no longer walk as the wounded, you will walk as the warrior. The enemy will still try to whisper lies, but your spirit will recognize them instantly. Fear will try to knock, but faith will answer the door. Doubt will try to creep in, but destiny will shout louder. You are entering into a strength you did not know you had, because heaven itself is pouring into you right now. That is why, even as you read, your spirit feels lighter. That is why, even as you take in these words, something inside you says, yes, this is mine. And now I must speak of your future, beloved. There is a blessing of restoration on the horizon. Things you thought were gone forever are returning to you, better, stronger, multiplied. Relationships that broke will either be healed or replaced with ones that honor you. Opportunities you thought you missed will circle back with even greater favor. Finances you thought were lost will return in streams you could not have imagined. Health that felt fragile will find strength. Joy that felt distant will dance in your home again. Restoration is not just a promise, it is already in motion. Even now, doors are swinging open that you did not knock on. Even now, people are being moved to bless you without knowing why. Even now, your name is being written into opportunities that were never on your radar. But let me caution you again, child, this is not the time to shrink back. Fear will tempt you to play small, to doubt yourself, to question whether you are worthy. But listen to me, heaven would not prepare a table for you if you were not meant to sit at it. God would not send me to speak if he was not already planning to act. You are worthy, not because of what you have done, but because of who he is. You are chosen, not because you earned it, but because you were marked by grace. Do not let the enemy trick you into missing your moment. Rise boldly. Step forward in faith. Claim what is yours. And now I must speak of your future, beloved. There is a blessing of restoration on the horizon. Things you thought were gone forever are returning to you, better, stronger, multiplied. Relationships that broke will either be healed or replaced with ones that honor you. Opportunities you thought you missed will circle back with even greater favor. Finances you thought were lost will return in streams you could not have imagined. Health that felt fragile will find strength. Joy that felt distant will dance in your home again. Restoration is not just a promise, it is already in motion. Even now, doors are swinging open that you did not knock on. Even now, people are being moved to bless you without knowing why. Even now, your name is being written into opportunities that were never on your radar. But let me caution you again, child, this is not the time to shrink back. Fear will tempt you to play small, to doubt yourself, to question whether you are worthy. But listen to me, heaven would not prepare a table for you if you were not meant to sit at it. God would not send me to speak if he was not already planning to act. You are worthy, not because of what you have done, but because of who he is. You are chosen, not because you earned it, but because you were marked by grace. Do not let the enemy trick you into missing your moment. Rise boldly. Step forward in faith. Claim what is yours. And beloved, I must tell you this, too, time is moving quickly. What took years before will take weeks now. What took months before will take days. Things are accelerating in the spirit realm. The waiting season has ended, and the season of sudden breakthroughs has begun. You will wake up one morning and realize everything has changed. The phone call will come. The letter will arrive. The opportunity will present itself. And when it does, you must be ready to say yes. Ready to step forward. Ready to believe. Because when God moves, he does not ask permission, he makes a way where none existed. This is why I plead with you to stay awake. Do not let distractions steal your focus. Do not let the noise of this world drown out the whisper of heaven. Guard your spirit, because what is being released is precious. Guard your mind, because doubt is the enemy's oldest weapon. Guard your heart, because bitterness will try to block your blessing. Stay soft. Stay open. Stay believing. Because what is coming is bigger than anything you prayed for. Bigger than anything you imagined. Bigger than anything you dared to dream. My beloved, there is something powerful I must reveal to you now. You have been asking heaven silently, why does my life feel like such a battle? Why do I face storms when all I've ever wanted was peace? The answer is simple but deep, because you are chosen. The battles you have endured were never about punishment, they were about preparation. A warrior cannot rise without scars, and a crown cannot rest on a head that has never bowed in surrender. Every struggle, every storm, every sleepless night, it has all been shaping you into the vessel you were always meant to be. And now, you are ready to step into the fullness of that calling. The pain you endured was the price for the glory you are about to see. Listen carefully, my child, for I must tell you about the shift that has already begun in your life. You may not see it yet with your eyes, but your spirit knows. That restlessness you feel, that sense that something is about to happen, it is not anxiety, it is awakening. Heaven has already signed your breakthrough. The miracle is already dispatched. Even as you read these words, angels are carrying blessings toward you. That is why the battle has intensified lately, because the enemy always fights hardest when you are closest to victory. Do not mistake resistance for rejection, it is the final sign that your blessing is near. You must understand this, God has never forgotten you. Even in the silence, He was working. Even when you thought He had turned away, His hand was guiding you. There were accidents you should not have survived, but you did. There were heartbreaks that should have destroyed you, but you are still standing. There were failures that should have crushed your spirit, but here you are, breathing, hoping, reading this very message. Do you not see the miracle already? Survival itself has been your testimony. And now, God is moving you from survival to overflow. No longer will you just scrape by. No longer will you just endure. You are about to thrive, to flourish, to bloom. But beloved, I must give you a warning. Not everyone who smiles at you is meant to walk with you into this next season. Some people loved you in your brokenness because it made them feel stronger. Some people stayed close while you were struggling because your weakness was no threat. But as you rise, as you heal, as you glow brighter, they will not understand. Some will walk away. Some will turn cold. Some will even speak against you. Do not grieve their exit. Do not beg them to stay. Do not chase them. Because their leaving is proof of your rising. When God elevates you, He separates you. And He is doing that for your protection. Beloved, there is also something sweet I must share. Heaven is preparing divine connections for you. You will meet people who carry answers to prayers you haven't even spoken. Helpers will arrive who expect nothing in return. Opportunities will appear that align perfectly with your hidden desires. Strangers will become family. And those who once doubted you will watch in awe as you step into rooms they never imagined you could enter. This is not luck, it is divine orchestration. You are about to see just how intentional God has been with your life. Every delay, every detour, every closed door, it was all leading you here, to this season of alignment. I know your heart has carried loneliness. I know you have wondered if anyone truly sees you, truly understands you. And I am here to tell you, you have never been unseen. Heaven has been watching, every step, every sigh, every hidden ache. You are loved more deeply than your mind can comprehend. And soon, this love will not only be a whisper in your spirit, it will manifest in your reality. You will see evidence of it in the opportunities that open, the relationships that heal, the abundance that flows. Love is about to surround you, not just from above, but here on earth too. And now, I must speak of acceleration. Time is shifting around you. What used to take years will take months, what used to take months will take days. Heaven has pressed fast forward on your destiny. That is why you feel change rushing toward you so quickly. Do not be afraid of the speed, embrace it. You are ready, even if you feel unprepared. God would not release it if you were not. Trust yourself, trust the process, trust the one who holds the pen writing your story. He has never failed, and he will not fail now. Beloved, I see your spirit awakening even as you read. Doubt is loosening its grip. Fear is losing its voice. Hope is rising like dawn in your heart. And now, I must speak of acceleration. Time is shifting around you. What used to take years will take months, what used to take months will take days. Heaven has pressed fast forward on your destiny. That is why you feel change rushing toward you so quickly. Do not be afraid of the speed, embrace it. You are ready, even if you feel unprepared. God would not release it if you were not. Trust yourself, trust the process, trust the one who holds the pen writing your story. He has never failed, and he will not fail now. Beloved, I see your spirit awakening even as you read. Doubt is loosening its grip. Fear is losing its voice. Hope is rising like dawn in your heart. This is the moment heaven has been waiting for. And I plead with you, do not walk away from it. Do not let distraction steal it. Stay, receive, believe. Because what is unfolding in your life is bigger than your prayers, wider than your dreams, greater than your imagination. My beloved child, as we draw near the end of this message, I need you to understand that this is not the end of your story, it is the beginning of your greatest chapter. Heaven has turned a page over your life, and what is written now will carry light, abundance, and redemption. The struggles you faced were not wasted. Every trial prepared you. Every tear watered the soil. Every disappointment carved out space for something greater. And now the heavens are opening, pouring what you could never have earned by your strength alone. It is by grace, by love, by the divine favor of God that your season is shifting. This is not small change, this is transformation. And you, beloved, are the center of it. You must remember something crucial: miracles often come disguised as ordinary moments. That sudden phone call, that unexpected letter, that casual meeting, do not dismiss them. The extraordinary is often hidden in the ordinary. God does not always announce his movements with thunder, sometimes he whispers through the simplest of events. Stay awake, stay alert, stay open. The blessing you have been waiting for may not arrive wrapped in gold, but it will be unmistakably yours. And when it comes, you will feel your spirit leap in recognition. This is why you cannot look away now. The very answer you seek is closer than your next breath. Beloved, I also need to reassure you about your past. You have carried shame for too long, believing that your mistakes disqualified you. But listen, grace is greater than your guilt. Mercy is stronger than your failures. Love is deeper than your regrets. God never abandoned you, even when you wandered. He never turned his back, even when you doubted. You are not your mistakes. You are not your scars. You are his child, chosen, beloved, redeemed. The chains you thought would bind you forever are already broken. The only prison left is the one in your mind. Step out of it. Walk free. Embrace the truth that you are forgiven, loved, and destined for greatness. And now, my beloved, I must give you a final word of urgency. Heaven has opened a gate for you, but gates do not stay open forever. You must walk through while the way is clear. Do not delay. Do not hesitate. Do not second-guess yourself. This is your time. This is your moment. This is the reason heaven would not stop calling your name. Everything has been leading here, and the window is now. If you look away, you risk missing what was written for you. But if you step forward now, nothing in this world or the next can take it from you. My child, I promise you this, the coming days will reveal wonders. You will see prayers answered in ways you never imagined. You will feel joy return in places that were empty. You will witness favor open doors that seemed forever closed. And you will look back on this moment, the very one where you chose to stay, to read, to believe, as the turning point of your life. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not lost. You are chosen, beloved, destined, and covered. Heaven is with you. I am with you. And God Himself has already gone ahead of you, preparing the way. So lift your head, beloved. Let your spirit rise. Step into what is waiting. For truly, your miracle is no longer on the way, it is here. My beloved child, do not think for a moment that the closing of one chapter means the silence of heaven. No, this is only the unfolding of a greater story. Even as you finish reading these words, the angels remain near, carrying instructions, weaving connections, preparing surprises that your mind cannot yet grasp. Destiny does not pause, it flows. And your life is entering into that flow where every step will feel guided, every door will feel purposeful, every turn will reveal something greater than the last. This is not the end of a message, it is the beginning of a movement within your spirit that will keep unfolding day by day, moment by moment. Do you realize, beloved, how many generations have prayed for what you are about to carry? You are the answer to cries that were spoken long before you were born. There were ancestors who whispered prayers they never lived to see answered. There were souls who believed for a breakthrough but left the earth before it came. And now, you, chosen one, are the vessel through which those blessings will finally flow. This is why your calling feels so heavy. This is why the enemy tried to crush you before you even understood who you were. Because your destiny is not just about you, it is about everyone connected to your name, everyone who will rise because you did not give up. Beloved, I must remind you that the light within you is stronger than any darkness around you. There will still be storms, there will still be whispers of doubt, there will still be battles. But now you will walk through them differently. Before, you walked as one afraid, now, you will walk as one armed. Before, you struggled to see the way, now, you will see with the eyes of faith. Before, you prayed as if begging, now, you will command as one who knows their authority. This is the shift that has happened. You are no longer simply a survivor. You are an overcomer, a warrior, a child crowned with divine favor. And child, there is something sweet that you must hold close, the love of God has not just surrounded you, it has filled you. You will notice it in the little things, the peace that suddenly quiets your mind, the comfort that comes even when nothing outside has changed, the joy that surprises you in the middle of an ordinary day. That is His love, tangible, real, alive. And it will grow. Soon you will find yourself smiling without reason, laughing without cause, glowing without explanation. Others will notice, and they will ask, "What has changed?" And you will know, it is not something, it is someone. Now, my beloved, I must leave you with this charge: do not forget who you are. Do not return to the shadows you were pulled from. Do not let fear rewrite the truth you have received. You are chosen. You are loved. You are destined. And as long as you keep your heart open, miracles will keep finding you. The flow does not stop here. And child, there is something sweet that you must hold close. The love of God has not just surrounded you, it has filled you. You will notice it in the little things, the peace that suddenly quiets your mind, the comfort that comes even when nothing outside has changed, the joy that surprises you in the middle of an ordinary day. That is His love, tangible, real, alive. And it will grow. Soon you will find yourself smiling without reason, laughing without cause, glowing without explanation. Others will notice, and they will ask, "What has changed?" And you will know, it is not something, it is someone. Now, my beloved, I must leave you with this charge: do not forget who you are. Do not return to the shadows you were pulled from. Do not let fear rewrite the truth you have received. You are chosen. You are loved. You are destined. And as long as you keep your heart open, miracles will keep finding you. The flow does not stop here. This is only the first opening of the floodgates. More is coming. Much more. And it will not stop until your life becomes the living testimony heaven always intended. My beloved child, even though I have spoken so much already, I cannot leave without reminding you of something vital. The story of your life is still unfolding. You may think you know how the ending looks, but God has surprises that will take your breath away. He is not finished with you. The ink on your destiny has not run dry. There are still pages to be written, chapters to be opened, testimonies to be lived. And though you have walked through valleys, though you have endured storms, though you have felt the ache of delay, the mountaintop awaits you. You are rising toward it even now. The very pain that pressed you into the ground will be the soil that nourishes your greatness. Beloved, listen carefully to this truth: you are not defined by where you began. You are not defined by who walked away. You are not defined by the mistakes that haunt your memory. You are defined by the one who calls you mine. You are defined by the promise written over your soul long before you entered this world. You are defined by the light that has refused to go out, even when darkness pressed hard against you. Never again let anyone make you feel small. Never again bow your head in shame. Never again doubt the worth of your existence. You carry the breath of heaven inside you, and nothing on earth can diminish that. And I must tell you, child, there is a reason you are reading still. Many begin but never finish. Many hear but never listen. Many touch the edge of truth but let it slip through their fingers. But you remained. You stayed. You drank deeply from the words of heaven. Do you know what that means? It means you are ready. It means your heart is open. It means you are one of the few who will not miss their moment. Because you stayed, you will receive. Because you believed, you will see. Because you opened your spirit, you will overflow. Now prepare yourself, for the days ahead will astonish you. Watch for sudden doors, for unexpected blessings, for whispers in the night that guide your steps. Watch for reconciliations you thought impossible, for opportunities that seem too good to be true, for peace where chaos once reigned. Watch for laughter returning to your home, for joy blooming in your heart, for favor shining on your face. These things will not delay, they will come quickly, suddenly, undeniably. And when they do, remember this moment. Remember that heaven warned you, prepared you, equipped you. Remember that the archangel stood by your side and said, "Do not look away, do not skip, do not doubt." And child, I leave you with this: you are not alone, not for a single breath, not for a single step. Even when you cannot feel me, I am near. Even when you cannot see, I am fighting. Even when you doubt yourself, I believe in you. And above all, the one who created you, the one who sent me, the one who holds the universe together, he holds you. He has not let you go, and he never will. So rise, beloved. Rise into the fullness of who you are. Rise into the destiny that is waiting. Rise into the miracle that is already here. For truly, your time has come.